You're really trying to say actually that Facebook is here to be everyone's friend. Just talk me through the main message that you're giving to the conference.
I think one of my primary objectives today was to demystify Facebook. I think, you know, when you come from a different industry or you're communicating with people who have a different, you know, set of experiences, it's often, you know, very important to level set and explain what it is you actually do. And I think today was all about bringing out all the potential sort of opportunities by sharing people who have had success using Facebook to either engage people during a broadcast, to help them discover new content, or to help them monetize existing content or create windows for that content and opportunities for finding new audiences. So bringing those examples in, I think, is the best way to demystify Facebook and for people to understand it more, and then, you know, begin to start thinking about strategies that they can deploy themselves to leverage the potential of the network, and as I said at the end, to connect with 750 million friends.
Do you think that people that perhaps might see Facebook as a threat are wrong, or can you understand why they might have that view?
I think, you know, when people see us as a threat, it's more about misunderstanding. I think today I was very happy to be able to explain to so many people how we partner. Many of the benefits that we offer to the broadcasters and to the content creators and various other things are, you know, free. You don't even actually need to interact with us to use our APIs and to bring the, you know, the Facebook audience into your experience. But then also what I was able to explain today is that we can help you target various consumer groups or people that might be interested in your products or your content by working with our advertising teams to find those audiences. So there's many things you can do to bring people and put them at the center of your experiences that you don't pay for. But then if you really want to catalyze that and find as many interested parties as possible, then you can work with our advertising teams to do that.
I think that there has been a lot of talk about what the next stage will be and whether Facebook logically will move into original content creation. I know that you said in the speech that's not where you're at the moment, but is that realistically something that might be on the horizon?
No, because the way we work is we allow content creators to bring whatever they want onto the system. So the original content creators are welcome now anytime to sort of create a serial drama, like what you're probably referring to is sort of like what Bebo did with Kate Modern, is to create a drama like that and find an audience on Facebook. I'll give you an example of, it's not a drama, but Endemol did this £1 Million Drop. It's a television show. And at one point, 10% of their audience was playing a game that was connected to the show during the show. And they were bringing in Facebook content into the broadcast. And I think you saw what I was showing about in the Super Bowl, what Fox did in bringing in Facebook status messages and public comments into the broadcast to say that, you know, the viewing public think this about that particular, touchdown that was scored in the football match. Do you see what I mean? So it's really interesting to see how all those things start to come together.
What would you assess to be the most common perception of Facebook amongst other partners in the industry?
You mean broadcast partners? I think there's a general sort of awareness that's coming about the potential of discovering audiences using Facebook. So I'm really pleased to see so many broadcasters embracing what we're doing and using our social plugins to bring the Facebook audience into those experiences and see how we can catalyze the growth and how people can be sort of activated to be marketers for you. They can become ambassadors for your program. Once you reach someone who's interested in that, they're going to share that information with their friends. And we talk about word of mouth marketing at scale. And I think media companies are starting to see that really bear fruit, and they're starting to see big results from campaigns they work on Facebook.
It's interesting that you mentioned the German Big Brother, various other shows that you mentioned there, so some real big ones coming on board, and when you have shows like that, I suppose does that show a real shift now with actually broadcasters embracing Facebook more?
Yeah, I think that there's more broadcasters embracing Facebook because our teams are out talking with them. I mean, in the past, you know, we're just a growing business, so we're just establishing operations in various countries. And initially you could buy Facebook advertising, but maybe you couldn't talk to an engineer or a partnership manager to discuss what other things you might do. But now we're building teams in all the countries, and so over time, we're touching every broadcaster and we're bringing them up to speed about what is the potential and then how they can leverage what we're doing. And the partnership is working really well across the board.
Facebook has kind of taken over the world, really, hasn't it? Where do we go from here? Has it reached its peak, or is it just going to carry on going and going?
I think the network, Facebook is all about your experience. You know, it's about you having, you being able to connect to your friends and share your lives and interact with them. And so it's really so much about serving various communities and various constituencies, but it's organic and it's all about building that through your friends and your own friend network. So it's not it's not Facebook taking over, it's communities growing and expanding based on true friendships and true identity.
So what's next for Facebook?
I think what you see here, what we've been talking about here, is very exciting for us because television, of course, is the medium that inspires us, you know, unites us, sort of, you know, sometimes shocks us, scares us. You know, it's and the best dramas of our lifetime were created for television. And so what I'm seeing now is this reflection of popular culture in the network and people, you know, saying that they like various television shows and movies and various other things. And that really becomes a reflection of who you are as a person. And, you know, it's sort of your makeup, just like the photographs you have over time. You know, it's the movies you care about, you know, the television shows that you're passionate about. And that's all a reflection of you. And I just think that's really exciting. So that makes it more and more interesting to continue to engage on Facebook.